So you might have mentioned this, but is it like Kelowna where the first year is there and the second year is split up, or is it all in South Kelowna?
No, it uses all the resources in Strathcona. Okay. So in 2013, our residents were placed in Courtney Comox with community preceptors there that are doing the majority of the work in St Joseph's, which is Comox, but also some experience in Campbell River. Okay. 2014, you'll be placed with preceptors in Campbell River.
Okay.
But they will do 8 weeks in another rural site in their second year. So.
Okay.
Great, thanks, Peter. Busy videoing. It's great. Okay, next is Susan Knoll, who's from Prince George, and she's going to talk about Prince George site and a bit about the northern rural as an option when you choose Prince George. So.
Well, hi everybody, I am Susan Knoll, and I don't have a presentation to show you. I had a CD that I dragged around Spain for the last 2 weeks, knowing I'd be coming here directly, and there's no place to play a CD here. So you'll just have to listen to me a little bit. I'm not going to talk a lot because much of what I have to say is very much the same as what you've heard already. There are a number of excellent rural programs. We all aim to have you ready to practice wherever you would like to, hopefully in smaller communities or mid-sized, northern, somewhere where you're really needed and where you will use all the skill sets that you will gather from us. We all have beautiful outdoor opportunities, skiing, water sports, all the seasons, just whatever you would like to do. So why would you choose one over the other? It's kind of, I would say choose the small sites if you want to sort of be in charge of your own learning, develop your own learning program, be very integrated into the community. And I would say to choose Prince George or the Kelowna site, or perhaps the Strathcona site if you're looking for a little bit more structure perhaps, a larger community in which you can have support from specialists and yet be able to develop your own skills as a family doc. What's really different about Prince George and why I would invite you to come there is we have 2 options there. The main program, or the general Prince George program, has 8, next year will be 12 residents who stay there for the 2 years. It's a fairly structured program, and we integrate you into our purpose-built family practice building where all of your family practice sites are. Plus this year we'll have some community practices involved as well. But the preceptors that we have been together for, well, many of us have been together for 20 years. We have about half of us are recent grads, so these are people who have gone through our program and like to stay. So that, I think, says a fair bit, and they're close enough to understand what your needs are and what some of the issues might be for you. The other unique thing about Prince George, well, it's the whole mentality in Prince George is of small town practice, even though it's a larger community. It's about 80,000 people in the community, and so we have all the amenities there. But the medical community has still got a small town mentality where most of the family doctors still want to do a lot of stuff. We're not just into triaging and sending things on. We do lots of the care ourselves. So you can be immersed in that sort of culture and really see how family medicine can work, and yet there is the support there from the specialists. You'll see volume because we are a regional center that gets referrals from all over the north. So lots of pathology, lots of interesting things to see. It's still a very hands-on program where you'll be working hard. It's hard work, but you do get to lay your hands on patients and you make decisions. You're responsible for what you do, although well supported. Yeah, the other unique thing about Prince George is probably our divisions of family practice, which I don't know if you've heard anything about, but it's an initiative throughout the province where communities are looking for ways to revamp primary care so that it will continue on and function better. So it's kind of an innovative place to be as well. So other good things about Prince George: cost of living is low. The travel is probably maximum 10 minutes from your house to the hospital, your office to the hospital. It's actually 2 minutes from the family practice building to the hospital. So there's not a lot of commuting or traveling around or wasting time doing that. And I think that's about all I could probably say. Are there any questions at this point?
With the urban program, do you have the option of doing rural electives in second year?
Yes, there's always the electives. So sorry, I forgot to mention the Northern Rural part. So there's the 2 years in Prince George is one program, and in the second year there are 2 months of rural, but there's also 4 months of electives. You can do whatever you like.
Okay.
So the other part of the Prince George program is the Northern Rural program, in which 3 of our residents just basically join us for the first year, similar to the Kelowna program, and then in the second year they go off and do the 4 months, the 2 4-month blocks, and basically join the Kelowna group for that second year. Yes.
Is Prince George a community that qualifies for the loan forgiveness program? Mm-hmm.
I believe it does. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Susan.
And final sort of formal part of this is going to be Greg Linton talking about Terrace. And is Emily going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna share.
You're going to share, okay.
Does everyone need to stand up and get
And
ear
we
brains
have
so you can
Dahlia,
actually listen
the
as
other
you're
resident.
sitting?
You're at Prince George?
No, Fort St. John.
Fort St. John. So you'll talk about Fort St. John a little bit after, or do you want to come up with them too?
Sure, because
Okay, why don't you come on up? So we have 2 residents, 1 site director. You've seen the site director who said it was all a big mistake, so she's going to have to.
everybody want to stand up and move for a second while